Welcome to the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose with Brittany Bigley. The Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose is part of the Live Bigley community, giving you the resources and knowledge to help you live the life you were born to lead. Hello, I am Brittany Bigley and welcome to the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose. Today I wanted to jump on and talk about my stuck and how you're stuck, my stuck, our stuck. Our stuck can be either in grasping and clinging, or it can be avoidance. And so let me go ahead and jump into some examples. So grasping and clinging, and I'm going to use some examples from my life that I'm working through more recently. I have some ideas for children's books, and I have a couple of children's books that are pretty much completed and written and just need to be sent out to an editor to be edited and then go for the process of trying to get it published in the traditional route at the present moment, thinking to go the traditional route. But one of my stucks is, this limiting belief that I'm not going to be able to go through with the process of getting it published, even like having difficulty finding an editor. And I find myself, when I dig deeper into my stuck, I find that it's actually what I'm doing is I'm too afraid to let go of my idea and let it go out into the world and become its own thing. And this is something that I've realized as a creative person. And I think this is my stuck around being creative and putting it out into the world and, allowing other people to see it and be seen, is that I don't want other people to, there's a part of me that I don't want other people to see this, because then if they see it, then they place judgment or criticism, or, it transforms into something beyond myself and I have no control over it. Once I put this idea out into the world, once I put this book out into the world, I really have no control over its path, its journey. It could fly and be really successful, which is my hope. Or it could, I could set it free and it could be a failure to launch and, just dead on arrival, which is obviously not my hope, but I don't really have control over putting my idea, creative idea out there into the world. It's really set it free and see what happens. And what I'm finding is when I really dive deeper into my creative block, my stuck around my creativity, is this need to cling and grasp to it. Now, the other side of the coin, and I've talked a great deal about this, your stuck can be that you're avoiding something. And I tend to be a very, very good, well-practiced avoider of things, and not just avoidance in the sense of talking about it in relationships, intimate relationships, but just avoiding tasks in general. Again, I've talked a lot extensively about doing dishes and cleaning and how there's an avoidance to some of that, which thankfully, since talking about it, I've been able to move past. But avoiding is kind of the opposite of clinging and grasping. You're like, oh, my stuck is it's too much. It's too hard. I can't even go there. It's too emotionally overwhelming for me to tap into my stuck. And so I'm just going to avoid. I'm going to do other things, take my mind off of things. For me, one of the things that I did as a true avoidance tactic was to go adventure. Like I was like a weekend warrior out adventuring all the time. And not to say that that's bad, but I noticed myself using it as an avoidance tactic instead of actually sitting with things that I needed to maybe emotionally process, or sit with my stuck and my limiting beliefs and process them in order to overcome what it was that I wanted to overcome and to ultimately live my authentic, aligned life. So, just interested to see where you are. Do you feel like your stuck is more in the clinging and grasping and trying to control, or is your stuck based and rooted in the avoidance of like, no, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to think about it. It hurts too much. It's a little overwhelming. So I'm going to avoid. So just something to think about. As always, if this resonates with you, go ahead and give it a like. If you feel like this is medicine for someone else to hear, please go ahead and share it. And if you want more consistent content like this coming to you, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, happy healing, and really interested to see what you think your root of your stuck is. Is it clinging or avoiding? Otherwise, happy healing, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for listening to the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose with Brittany Bigley. The Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose is part of the Bigley community, giving you the tools and resources so that you can live the life you were born to lead.